Alright guys, welcome back to some more Eternal Strands. If you guys missed the previous video, we ended up helping out Sev with two of his quests. We learned about his connection with the eye regarding the symbol that Lane found on his ring. I think that's pretty much it. I think I also ended up facing the glass tail one more time because we needed to get some resource from it. So in this video, off camera first of all, I acquire all the items for research for this side quest where there's smoke. So I'm gonna return to Lane and finish that off. And then I also got the resources I needed to craft the resonance modulator. Very easy, very quick. You beat a couple of the surge bond and you get it very quickly. So I'm gonna first talk to Lane. We'll wrap that side quest up, and then, we'll move on with the main story. So, we have codex compiling to do. Oh yeah, by the way, I was just playing on the Switch, so I might accidentally press A instead of B and B instead of A, because obviously the controls are flipped. But anyway, Oberon in the Enclave. I did it again! Come on, Oberon in the Enclave. There we go. The gregarious Oberon culture is influential across the meta. In contrast to the Ram, who tend to keep to themselves, the Oberon have easily integrated themselves into daily life among Kassil, Ashar, and Kashar. So this is the quest where we're trying to find Oria's father, right? Extensive census data recovered by our point indicate that the Enclave was no outlier in this regard, though this research was initiated to investigate our Watcher's lineage and successfully identify 3 candidates for her patriarch. Okay, so 3 we found, okay. It seems a shame not to compile the findings for our archive as well. Oberon participated in all aspects of life in the Enclave, notably Oberons such as Sharian, Harpene, and Matteo Egretius were memorialized in statues. So Sharian is her mom, and Matteo was the other statue we found, who is not her father. As famed contributors, in addition to this, Oberon frequently held influential seats in the Enclave's government, as well as offered important contributions to their military, despite its small size. Alright. Of course, Oberon was assimilated into civil populace. So yeah, it basically seems like the Oberon were very popular and very easy to accommodate in all cultures and races, which is cool. Makes sense. Owls are actually my favorite creatures. Birds, so I love how mysterious they look, but also how goofy they can be. Alright, Lane. Let's wrap it up.
What have you got for us, Lane?
I've narrowed it down to 3 likely candidates.
3? Oh my god.
Amplifier priest, a farmer, and the last military commander prior to the evacuation to Cassidon's hold.
Do I have to go to all these
military
places?
Commander sounds promising. How do we narrow down which of those 3 is my father?
Go to all 3 locations, I guess.
That's where we step away from the books and do some investigating. Bryn?
I'll check the garrison, the market, and the Hallowpire Rise for any traces of these Oberon.
Okay. Alright, what else does she have? Privileged information. Is this a new side quest for Lane, I believe?
Ever since we learned of the verdant mines, I haven't been able to stop thinking about them. They were clearly well-resourced in regards to both labor power and knowledge. And they had an extremely intimate knowledge of the Enclave's technology. But do you know who was around to see their rise and fall, but hasn't spoken a word about it?
Cassidon's hold's biggest ass?
The very same. I just think it's interesting how he's kept quiet about it. Don't you?
I don't expect much from him.
I don't know if he was involved with the events surrounding the Verdant Mind's attempt to take down the Veil, but he certainly bore witness.
So what are you thinking?
I'd like to send you out on a fact-finding mission for now. Meanwhile, I'll pore over my existing research for clues.
Gotcha. I'll be back when I found everything you're after.
Okay.
Thanks, Bryn. I'll get to work here, too.
So I think... So we have 2 different side quests we can do. Search for information in the Archon's Expanse in Dredger's Mire. Okay, they're pretty... like in the same 2 locations. That's not too bad at all. Where there's smoke. I'll quickly do this one as well. Oh, can I compile in the codex? I can. Ways of the Spirit. You guys can read this if you so wish. I'm just gonna slowly go through it. And cool. Alright, Sola, I have the resources for the resonance thingamajig. Resonance modulator. A device that interfaces with the harness to prevent Surgeborn from passing through loom gates. Foul smelling due to the creature samples used in its creation. can craft something new? Oh, I picked up some new legs apparently. Nameless host jackboots. Okay. Alright, so what am I doing now? I think what I'll first do is I'll quickly finish the Aurea stuff. So I'll just keep editing the video until I get to these locations. And then I'll continue with the main story. I do want to finish at least one side quest and then the main quest. Just so I can show all the content to you guys. So yeah, I'll see you guys first in the Bastion. We'll search the garrison first. Alright, so I've just ended up in the garrison bunker, Loom Gate. I presumed it would be here, but I guess not. Look, it's above me. Alright, I'll quickly take the elevator out. I don't need to fight these guys. Sayonara, suckers! Oh my god. What do you think you're running up to, bitch? I know there's another guy behind me. I don't think he's aggroed, yeah. Alright, this is left to the higher. I'm being aggroed by something. When the camera zooms out like that, something is targeting you, but I don't see what. Hey, buddy. Okay, it's somewhere here, apparently. I don't... Is it below me? Maybe it's in here? Oh no, this is the... Come on, buddy. You're lucky I don't have any stamina. Heavy attacks are so much fun. Like, you can just stagger enemies a long time with just heavy attacks. What is this? Pathbreaker half mail. Oh, apparently I haven't been here. Interesting. At this point, I don't really need these resources. Okay, I'm not in the right spot. Search garrison in the Bastion. Oh, here it is. There we go.
These are the commander's quarters. I should look for anything that might point to
Oh wait, I have not found this elevator here. Interesting. Where does this take me?
Find something.
Looks like love letters between the commander and many women who are not.
Oh, the commander was a bit of a...
Getting back pre-surge.
Oh no, I have been here. I've been here. I have been here. I recognize this place. All right, we can bounce from this place. So next, I'll see you guys at the Amplifier Rise in Upper Denebrin. Alright, getting close to the Amplifier Rise, and unfortunately it is a tangled weather, overcast, effect, storm, whatever, right? Right, seems...
Lane believes that a priest could have been Oria's father.
Oh, here it is.
I'd better look around.
Good sir, I do not wish to fight you right now. Just make this easy for me, please. Nope. Nope. I'm clearly aiming for... My god. There we go. Alright, let me grab it real quick.
Found a diary belonging to the priest.
Anything of note written inside?
From a quick skim, it details his vow to pledge himself to the first flame. And only the first flame.
Ah, I see.
I'll look elsewhere.
Alright, so we got a guy who apparently was in contact with a lot of women. He's a player. And then we have a guy who's committed to only one thing. So I assume the market is the last place we'll find her father. Alright, here we go. So we're back in Lower Denevran, where the market is. Alright, buddy. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on, let's do it. Oh. Charge attack this mofo. Still, oh, there we go. I was about to say. I don't want to fight the Ark of the Forge. I'd like to avoid... Okay, he's going the other way. Don't necessarily want to fight you, buddy. I've gotten all my upgrades from you. It's towards this way. Alright, I think we're good.
This was where the farmer Lane mentioned was selling his crops. I should look around.
I found it. Perfect.
A pair of silver glasses with an intricate cloth connecting them. Enchanted.
Could it be? Bryn, please, bring those back to camp.
So interesting. Had I gone to Lower Denevran first, would the quest have immediately resolved? Or is it... No, because the commander always is going to be the one who's sleeping around with other women, right? I don't know. I don't... I mean, there's no way I can test it now. So, but yeah, I wonder. Alright, Aurea. Here you go.
Have you taken a closer look at the glasses I found in the farmer's stand?
I can hardly believe it. My
So
mother's
her father was a
craftwork is
farmer?
unmistakable. Enchanted to adjust with degrading vision.
So we found your father. Lane's notes mentioned his name was Eugenius Osphine.
Yeah, she's disappointed that her father wasn't somebody grander, I
thought
guess.
you'd be happy.
No, I am.
No, you don't sound it. She should be happy. Tell her there's more to uncover. She's been acting strange for a while now. Ask her what's going on. Yeah, I mean, it's clear she's disappointed. I think at least she's disappointed that her father wasn't somebody grander. You know, her mom obviously had high status, but her father being, quote, just a farmer, which, by the way, there's nothing wrong
Aurea,
with. Come on, Aurea.
what's really going on? Be honest.
I thought I came from a long line of weavers. Now... Never mind.
Aurea.
I need to be alone right now.
Come on, Aurea. Think of it like this. Your father grew crops for the people, which is very important, you know? Alright, so we'll let her handle that. I'll do this side quest part, as I said, on my own, off camera, at least gathering all this stuff, and then we'll wrap it up next video. So right now we need to go to Liminus in Archon's Heart. Okay. Liminus in Archon's Heart. I mean, there's a fast travel there directly, so that's good. I'm kind of hoping that the game is close to its end. If I'm being honest at this point, I'm not necessarily enjoying running around doing a lot of the side quest stuff. I'm only doing it because I actually like the characters more than the actual, you know.
Be this hot.
There are times I wish our forebears had cut a few corners. But no, everything still works decades later. Just works wrong.
Wrong. Alright. I got an achievement for that. A broker and unlikely alliance. Okay.
Well, that did something.
Consult
I should
with
go check
Axel,
with the Axel
report
that it works.
success. So I guess I go to Southwall Way Station. Oh wait, no, Axel, not Arik. Axel. I have to go back to the hold. Cassidan's hold. I also am still missing, by the way, my final kinetic strand bow. I have not encountered the creature, which means there's probably one more area I'm going to be able to explore. I assume it's the last area. Alright, Axel.
So the curves of the metal suggest...
I definitely think an enchanter had a hand in this, as well as someone with intimate knowledge of the loom gates.
Those two people could possibly be one person even. Though I can't fathom who it would be.
Keeping yourselves busy, I see.
It's a conundrum for the ages, that's for sure.
Oi!
Ah, Bryn,
I did your
you're
shit.
back.
You've done amazing work with the resonance modulator. I'm certain this will be a turning point for us.
I'm glad to help.
Thanks. But how do you know it worked?
The loom gate started glowing a strange color before you arrived. I took it as a hint that you'd succeeded.
Spoiled the surprise.
I'm sure the Surgeborn will be plenty surprised when they next try to use the loom gates.
Suffice to say, we're thrilled, Bryn. In a short time, you've done a lot to help us. We were, obviously, a little hesitant to trust newcomers.
Fair enough, I agree.
Our first impression wasn't the best.
I disagree with that
Now,
statement.
we're in a much better situation when it comes to survival.
So wait, does this... does what I did to the Loom Gate actually have a gameplay effect, or is it just a story effect? Like, will Surgebond stop being present outside Arkansas? Because if that's the case, that's actually pretty good. Because they are some of the tougher enemies to face, right? And it's all thanks to me playfully... Yes, I will.
Thank goodness you had a dashing
I will
and
take
deadly
all the
dame
credit.
to do all your dangerous deeds. That's me. I'm the dame.
We don't do titles here, so don't get any big ideas.
Sure thing. Axel. Or is Khan Arteme better?
Roasted.
I was elected. That's completely different.
Boom.
Isla's got the right idea. But just saying. Nobody's bowing to the almighty Spindle.
I wouldn't complain if they did.
So, let's recap for a moment. 1. We've stopped Surgeborn from navigating the Loom Gate network.
I mean, you
by
say I have to
using the
test that out,
resonance
though. Like, if I go
modulator.
to...
2. We've made huge leaps forward in regaining control over the Arcs.
Alright.
3. We've armed and supplied the scouts.
Yep.
It certainly doesn't cast our last decade of work in a forgiving light, does it?
Listen, you've been surviving this crisis for a long time the only way you knew how. But now you have a path to move forward. Your people can choose to follow it, or dwell on past mistakes. Are we ready to face this threat head-on together?
Yes. You're right. Of course you are. We're at the point, resource-wise, where we can start making moves.
I don't really want to speak to my father right now. But I agree that it's time we put pressure on him to do something. Anything. Regardless of what he does. You've earned our support, Bryn. But first, I'd actually like to steal this elected official away for a while. If you don't mind. I have some notes to go over with her.
By all means. Have fun.
What was that little laugh that the Spindle gave?
I suppose I'll just get right to it. Why do you treat me differently?
What do you mean?
Everyone else gets the stern you. The you who's in charge. The Axel. But I get the friendly face.
Oh, she
the
likes you,
compliance,
that's why.
This you who I don't understand. Is it because of my dad?
Spindle and Axel
Because
sitting in a
everyone
tree.
answers to him?
How would they kiss,
Are
though?
you trying to get close to him through me? I can't handle it, Haroon. I need to know that I'm not just being manipulated by everyone around me.
It's not because of that.
Then... what is it?
I
love you, and I miss
spend time around you because I want to. To see you, to speak with you, to work alongside you. To see the look in your eyes when you solve a problem.
She likes you, Isla.
Skies, I shouldn't... None of this is... If we could find somewhere else, beyond the gaze of the hold...
Haroon. Stop.
I love you too.
Take my hand. And we'll go.
Oh my god.
I have a place in mind. I didn't see it before, but I think I would like to tell you of the ways in which you are important to me, too.
So, when I was talking to the Axel, I got hints that she liked Isla. So this is not a complete surprise to me, so fair enough. Go get him! I mean, how do you guys... Oh, level 5 finally, okay. Now, I'd like to ask you a very inappropriate question. How the hell do you guys make out? Because a beak and a lip and some lips don't seem like good pairings. But you know what? They'll figure it out. I'm just happy that they're happy. Alright, let's move on. So, first things first is I want to get my stuff up to level 5. Finally, it's been a long time. I assume this is max level now for all my... Oh, fuck. It's been a long time since we've seen them. Oh, Sev's missing from here, I just realized.
What's going on?
Arik, why don't you fill her in?
Our plan worked. The Eye is mobilizing the scouts for a large-scale attack on the Surgeborn.
I take it the Axel and the Spindle put him up to this?
Yes. Not that Khan Stanild is admitting that. He claims that with the supply shortage taken care of and the Ark restoration underway, now is the time to strike.
And Bryn is receiving due credit for all her work, I'm sure.
Nope.
No.
So what's his plan?
The scouts will stage a distraction in the underworks, while the Eye and the Spindle do something to the Grand Gate. That's all I know. The Eye wants everyone to convene at Cassidon's Hold for a speech to learn more.
He wants us there.
Khan Stanild loves an audience. Doesn't matter who's in it.
But what about Sev?
I
Where
thought
is
you'd be
Sev?
happier about all this.
I have reservations about the Eye launching a plan using my scouts without consulting me.
The reality is, the leader of the Enclave has the power and influence we need to take a stand against the Surgeborn, regardless of how likable the man holding the title may be.
Power and influence, sure, but not the expertise.
Everyone deserves a chance to course correct, agreed Aurea. There is nothing we can't handle. Reassure the Weaver Band got this. Arakam's right. Tell the band to keep their guard up. I'll go neutral-ish on this.
We faced down Surgeborn and monsters, repaired lost innovations, and even won over the grumpiest
I did
of
90% of
guild
the work,
leaders.
by the way.
We're ready for
90%.
anything, no matter what happens.
It can't hurt to hear his big speech before jumping to conclusions.
I'm here to escort you. Talk to me when you're ready.
So are we at, like, towards the end of the game or something? Okay, if that's the case, this probably will be a shorter video, I assume. The Eye is finally going to organize an attack on the Surgeborn. Actually, we'll see what happens, Arakim will escort us to the hold when we're ready. That feels like a very final thing. I do probably want to finish this. Actually, you know what? I might actually do this side quest in this video because, I might as well, right? Let's see what happens. Alright, before I do any of that, let's get our stations upgraded. So, Bryn will have 30 slots available in her pack, and the Scry will be able to pull up to 10 resources to safety. Gasman will be able to trade camp supplies with the Heartsetters for resources. Ooh, okay. 175 for that. How much do I need? 175, 275, 375, 450, 450. I think I need 450. All right. I have a lot of resources at this point, so I'm probably going to get everything done right now. For example, 53 of this. I'm going to salvage all of it. Screw it. That's 265 right there. We're done. Cool. Alright, this is Casmin's level 5. I don't know if this is the max level for her Karen, for example. I don't know. It is max level. Okay, so then we have Solace Forge. So we can get stuff to level 5 now. I was kind of hoping for a bit more of an impressive upgrade. It just kind of looked like there's more stuff laid around, you know? Okay. That's also max. And then Lane. Bryn will be able to carry up to 5 Vitality Ton. Oh, I was kind of hoping that I would be able to carry at least 3 of each of the files also. The Frost and the Flame files. Because they're actually very powerful. Very useful. See, they have a proper upgrade. I can see a big tent. They look like they have the most obvious upgrades. The other two, not as obvious, I would say. Okay, that's my tent, which has also got an upgrade now. Level 3. Alright. Oria's got more stuff around her tent, I guess. Alright. Are we done? Yeah, everybody's max level. Okay, cool. That's awesome. So yeah, let me look at Casmin's, for example. It just seems a bit more messy, if that makes sense. And then Aurea, you can clearly see she has more stuff now here. She's actually moved over here as well, so there's actually more stuff. Lane's is definitely the obvious. Their tent is, you know, a proper tent. And then we have Sola. Where is Seb? Oh, Seb is here, but he wasn't part of the conversation. I think this is new, actually. This thing, whatever this is. It looks cool. Alright, so what I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to actually do this mission right here. So we'll go to Dredger's Mire and Lower to Nevrin and grab all the things I need. Because I have a feeling we're getting close to like a major part of the story, at least. Oh, wait, where am I supposed to go, by the way? Archon's Expanse and Sapper's Lake. Archon's Expanse is bottom. Sapper's Lake is bottom as well. We'll go to Sapper's Lake. Typically, when I finish a companion quest, I do get a Steam achievement. The fact that Aurea's has not given me anything, which I'm assuming there's going to be at least 1 or 2 more steps. It's been a long time since I've been to this place, though. Alright, I don't want to fight. We're just going to get in and get out. Just going to get in.
This cipher looks familiar. I'll need to get these back to Lane.
Awesome. And then I need to go to the Expanse, which is to the right side. I think that's the area with all the, like, defunct Archons that I've seen. I wouldn't call them dead, because they're machines, so... I'm pretty sure it's this. No. We're not gonna fight. I'm not interested. It's to my right, apparently. Please don't tell me it's inside the tangle. That would suck. Yeah, these are the defunct Archons we saw. Hi, buddy. We're good, we're good. Not interested in a fight. You can live. Alright, found it. Oh shit, where'd you come from? My camera's acting weird. Can I grab this? I can't because I'm in combat, obviously. Where'd you go? Alright, are we good? I think there was one more. I don't know where it went.
Let's see what we've got here. These all seem to be speeches that the Eye delivered. These are dated 40 years ago. but I could still imagine him saying all of these things today.
Alright, back to camp. We gotta go to Weaver's Rest and Three Sisters. But I don't think, yeah, I feel like, okay, I'm feeling two things. I feel like I'm close to the end of the game, but at the same time, I don't think I am close to the end of the game. And it's all on the fact that I don't have my last strand power. And if the game does the stupid thing where, you know, I get my last power when there's like 1 or 2 hours left of the game, that's not something I enjoy. I remember Infamous Second Son gave you its final power, the rock powers, at the very end of the game, so you couldn't even enjoy using them. Alright, so we need to go to Weaver's Rest and Three Sisters. They both are pretty close to each other, right? Yeah. Kind of. Dude, ever since I got this sword, man, it's been... This two-hander, I can never see myself replacing this. It's just way too useful. Alright, am I close? Where am I right now? Yeah, I'm close to Weaver's Rest. Bugging out, I'm not interested in fighting. Alright, it's over here. Is there another one behind me? There is, okay. Oh lord. Everything's burning. Can I grab this, please? Oh.
Here's something. Let's see. There seems to be information on Lucia's various projects. There are a lot of redactions here. Seems like someone was trying to hide something.
Alright, that's one. Three Sisters is straight ahead, and I think the creature that's here right now is in my way. Definitely heard some rumbling. I don't know where it came from. I hear the footsteps. Is it right there? Oh yeah, here it is. Oh, it's the forge guy. No thank you. Not interested.
It's a report blaming the Verdant Mines for an explosion near the Vale. Supposedly, this explosion was the cause of the cyclical miasma floods. But we know that the floods were caused by Asylum. This doesn't matter.
Something's afoot. Alright, we're done. Let's wrap the quest up, then we'll talk to Arix, hear the big speech that the Eye wants to give, and I think I'll end the video there then. Assuming it doesn't immediately thrust me into another mission. The Verdant Mines were a militant group formed after the surge by a group of subversive academics and other hangers-on. Their main goal was to take down the Veil, as they strongly believed that Kenric Stanil's administration was holding back vital information about the surge. Led by an enchantress by the name of Lucia, their goal was to sabotage various complex enchantments, including hijacking or disabling Archons. They achieved this by using Lucia's high rank to steal information from the Enclave's most highly guarded research labs. Their most notorious moment, and also their final moment, was when they attempted to bring down the Veil. Their reliance on faulty intelligence proved their downfall, and the group was wiped out, Lucia excluded, by a huge explosion that additionally claimed the lives of dozens of innocent— Ooh, that's unfortunate. It's not clear exactly what caused the explosion, but Lucia's journals from around the time place heavy blame on the Eye. The entries include allegations both that he knew both of the Verdant Mines' plans, and that he was aware of enough specifics that he knew they'd failed catastrophically. Below is an illustrative excerpt of one of Lucia's journal entries. I washed my hands of it, but they pressed onwards. He was fully aware of what I'd taught them, of course, what I'd taken from the labs. And so he let it happen. He knew they were going to try to pierce the Veil, and now dozens are dead. He knew Vile, broke bread with them, but when they and the rest of the Verdant Mines went off to die, Kenric just watched. The Vile character mentioned above seems to have been a member of the diplomatic corps who transitioned into academia after their role was nullified by the cessation of diplomatic activity post-Surge. Vile was well known to the Eye, given the position, and several of Lucius' writings reference them positively. Shortly after the incident, the Eye delivered a series of speeches blaming the Verdant Mines for triggering the cyclical miasma floods, which we now know were caused by Asylum. An excerpt is included below. I speak to you in the aftermath of tragedy. It is now clear to me that the remains of a society have been infiltrated by those who would do us harm. We will root out these dissenter vermin at all levels. Okay, I can't do that voice forever. At all levels of administration, their ideology has claimed too many lives to be allowed to breathe free. In the meantime, to ensure peace and prosperity, martial law... Wow, okay. Martial law is in effect... This guy sounds like Donald Trump, I'm being honest. In effect, across remaining settlements, while ideological cleansing is ongoing, council elections will be suspended outside of pressing matters such as the death of a council member. Given the above, it is clear that the downfall of the Verdant Mines was part of a larger political gambit by the Eye to seize additional power. Okay, makes sense.
So what did we find out?
And that's the only thing,
Any
though.
big
Because I read
revelations?
through that, they're still gonna go through it again, right?
What's wrong?
This isn't what I expected
I
at
did.
all.
I just did.
I think you need to read this yourself.
Well, sure, but... Alright. This is one of Lucia's journals, right?
Yes.
I washed my hands of it, but they pressed
Oh my god, are
onwards.
they really gonna go through it again?
He was fully aware of what I taught them, of course. What I'd taken from the Institute. And so, he let it happen. He knew they were going to try to pierce the veil, and now dozens are dead. He knew Vile. Broke bread with them. But when they and the rest of the Verdant Mines went off to die, Kenrick just watched.
And now read this. A transcript of one of his speeches, delivered around the same time that journal entry was written.
We will root out these dissenter vermin at all levels of administration. Their ideology has claimed too many lives to be allowed to breathe free. In the meantime, to ensure peace and prosperity, martial law is in effect across remaining settlements. So he let the explosion happen and used it for his own political gain. Wow. He's a real piece of work.
He didn't exactly engineer this, but he isn't innocent either.
Yeah, he just
sat
watched.
back
He
and
knew,
allowed
yeah.
the Verdant Mines to try breaking through the
Knowing
veil.
that they would
Then
die.
they unintentionally triggered a huge explosion, conveniently wiping themselves out in the process. And just like that, the Eye had a scapegoat on whom to blame the cyclical miasma floods. He used panic and fear to secure himself a spot as provisional leader. But everyone eventually forgot that provisional bit. I genuinely didn't expect this at all. I thought I'd find out that he'd just been mildly conniving all his life, not...
He's a true evil mastermind.
So, what do we do about this then?
We need to confront him. He may be the Enclave's leader, but we can still take him to task on what he's covered up.
Wait, what? You really think that'll work?
Yes. I'll present
That's
him with
not
our
gonna
evidence,
work. Something
and
is gonna
he'll
go
have
wrong.
to give us an explanation.
I'm open to the idea. But what makes you think he'll want to speak to us?
I'm confident in my powers of persuasion. I may be young, but a lifetime spent orbiting the seats of power in Judea... Well, let's just say that I know how to appeal to a politician's better judgment.
If you say so,
Well,
Lane.
I trust your judgment.
But this guy seems like a piece of work.
I'll finish writing this dossier, and I'll meet you in Castle.
All
It's
right.
not you who I'm lacking faith in. Anyway,
I won't be
Alright,
long.
yeah. I'm gonna skip this part. Alright, we need to confront the Eye. At Cassidan's Hold. I have very low expectations about this going well, by the way, so I'm just saying. Alright, you Tywin Lannister wannabe looking guy, let's get this over with.
Why do I feel as if I'm about to have my time wasted?
Please allow me to present my research. I promise
You
it
are a
won't
very
take but
bad
moment.
man.
I've compiled a dossier concerning an event that occurred in the Enclave around 35 years ago.
And what event would that be, pray tell?
The attempt to pierce the veil. I can only assume you were familiar with the Verdant Mines.
The name rings a bell, though it's been decades, as you said.
They were the subject of many of your speeches. It's interesting that your memory on the subject is hazy.
You'll forgive me for not remembering the exact wording or subject of any of the hundreds of speeches I've delivered throughout my career.
That's not a problem. I can summarize my findings. Firstly, our evidence suggests, with a high level of confidence, that you were aware of the Verdant Mines' plans to pierce the veil. Secondly, in support of that assertion, you gained this knowledge through your close relationship with the enchantress known as Lucia.
I never knew any enchantress by that name.
Lies.
That's odd, since you seem to have been a recurring character in her personal journals. Though, truth be told, she didn't seem particularly fond of you in the later entries. So, back to the attempt to pierce the veil. You knew...
I knew that it would go poorly.
You knew?
Of course I did. But what does it matter?
You could have stopped it.
But I didn't. Pray tell, Lawkeeper. What goal did you hold in your mind as you traveled here?
I wanted to learn the truth about the past, to uncover what had been hidden.
Lane Free Selectus. That's who you
Ooh,
are,
he knows
yes?
their name?
That's correct. Though, I'm not sure how...
Also, they don't like the name Lane Free, so...
Never mind. But my research...
House Lectus of Udea. It's no wonder you felt the need to make something of yourself.
Okay,
Well,
this guy is a lot more
today will
menacing
not
than
be
I
that day.
presumed.
Nor, I believe, will any. I won't waste my breath debating a jumped-up little snot from a house so consumed by cupidity that it can't even keep its hearts lit.
Damn!
Once a failure of a house, always a failure of a house. And it shows in your insipid rag parading as research.
God damn, okay.
Did you just call me a jumped-up little snot?
No, I didn't. You must have misheard me.
I...
Will that be all from you? I have other matters to attend to.
The situation has gone out of control. Get Lane out of here. He can't treat Lane like... You better respect them, alright?
Skies! That is enough. Lane deserves better than this disrespect.
You dare to speak of respect? You, who broke into our home, who undid Asylum, who attempts to destroy decades of societal progress.
I'm trying to help rebuild the Enclave, not destroy it. Self-important jerks like you aren't helping.
I have single-handedly held back the tide of oblivion. I'm not self-important. I'm a damned hero. You and your lackey will remove yourselves from my presence, or I'll call the guards.
Bryn, thanks, but it's not worth it. I need to go.
Skies above. I was worried this would happen.
Can I not just shove my sword through him? I have a gravity sword. I can literally suck up all these objects and fling them in his face. He's not gonna do shit then. I hope they're okay though. That was, to be fair, a pretty brutal insult session, if I'm gonna be honest. Alright, Elaine. Wait, I just noticed something. Arya's standing on the left, but I can interact with the table? What does this do? What just happened? What? What just happened? I got a sound effect, but I don't know what happened. Okay, I don't know what happened. Alright. Alright, I guess I'll wrap this quest up then. Let's go.
I can't even begin to explain how I feel. This is a disaster.
Did I make it worse?
No. No, not at all. Not for a moment. You were very kind and strong and supportive and courageous. I just... It reminded me of why I left.
Home.
Everything back there was all about your house. Your actions or intent never mattered. And when I tried to forge a different path in life, the knives came out. I had no real choice but to leave. I thought I had left it all in my past, but now, here we are.
I've been there, relate with the story of my last view, man. It's not about me, extend a hand of sympathy. I shall extend a hand of sympathy.
I'm really sorry, Lane. It must be hard to be reminded of that. Do you want to talk about it?
I think I need a little while to consider my next move. Maybe a long while. Sorry.
That's all right. I'll be here when you need me.
Thanks, Bryn.
Alright, there we go. So at this point in the game, I am done with every single quest except obviously a sudden gambit. So my guess is once whatever this main quest is, once it's done, we'll have a few more side quests to wrap up. Lane's story, Oria's side quest, and I think Sola's is not... I believe it's done. I know Seb's story is not done, so I'm still not sure how much of this game is left. It's actually a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, I think that's, again, more good progress. Next time we'll focus completely on doing the Gambit. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, do show your support below, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.